Schmitt, and I work at St. Pius High School. I'm our Director of Enrollment and head women's soccer coach and assistant athletic director. This is now starting my 19th year at St. Pius. So we definitely have our end of the season awards, and I feel as though a lot of players are really trying to, kind of get those stats to kind of hit those. I am a coach that also allows our team to vote on the awards. It's not just one that comes just from a stat. I think some of them have seen their predecessors get that at the end of the season and really do desire to be one of those spaces. One of the awards is our Golden Lion Award that we give out, and that's not just the best player, but it's really the best teammate, and that is one award that I think a lot of players really desire to try to, be someone that could get that award. So we have the big board that All-American did make for us that is about our athletes that have left St. Pius and then play in college. So just their nameplate, where they, what year they graduated and what college they've gone to. So those are displayed in the school. It's a nice space for visitors, and when they come back, they look to find their name, or someone will say, "That's my sister," and that, we get to have that conversation about where they went off to play in college. If they're playing in a sport and really do desire that next level, I do think they kind of walk by it and they're like, "Oh, I want my name on that one day." I mean, honestly, the first awards that I remember receiving go back to summer league swimming, where you would win a race and you'd get like the ribbon the next day at the practice. And so to me, that was always a fun thing at summer league swimming. Like the next day at practice, they'd be like, "Okay, for first place in these spaces, or second place, or the heat winner," and we'd get those ribbons. So. Yeah. And we kept them all. I know we have them. My mother collected all of our trophies and plaques and everything, but now that we're grown adults, she gave each one of us our box. And so they are in my basement, for me, I guess, to show my daughter one day. Champion mindset. Competitive. If you want to be a champion, you got to compete. And you got to compete day in and day out. You can't think, I can take this day off, because you take that day off, someone else is not. So I think that champion mindset understands competing every single day. They also understand that mental toughness of, if I lose, or if I miss a tackle, or I miss something, like, that's okay, just make up for it, right? Or not even make up, just get better from it and get back out there. Also, champion mindset, in my opinion, really cares about the small things. Are you at practice on time? Did you remember your jersey? Did you get your cleats laced up before coach says to go? Are you trying to build the warm up and take it serious and not just go through some motions? Because when you start doing those little things, they really add up to kind of bring that success, I think, in the middle of a game, or when the game's on the line. If you've practiced that PK 30 times, you're more confident to step up and take it in those big moments. So I think champions got to have a lot of that stuff. I'm one of the few, I guess, female coaches, and so I also really feel a desire to be that space for a lot of those female athletes. Not that they can't talk to their male coaches, but it is a nice space to, come and talk to a woman sometimes. Yeah. When they're kind of going through that space. And that was where I was also as an athlete and a student athlete, trying to grow and go into college. So I like to try to use some of my own experiences to relate to them. All of my coaches were male coaches, and I think we've had a lot more females commit to coaching. It's definitely a lifestyle that requires time and different spaces, right? Like at this morning, I'm up at school here at 6:15 because we had conditioning at 6:45, right? So I have a 10-month-old baby. If I didn't have my husband that is like, "Yeah, I know you want to do this," and he's able to, take care of her and get her to daycare, then I wouldn't be able to do it, right? So I think that's kind of a big difference. Not that other male coaches don't do like my husband and take care of their children, but that load of a mom sometimes has been a tough place to balance now. But I think that if we don't have women coaches in the game, then we also aren't able to set examples, show how confidence can grow, show how females can interact with males in positive ways and lead teams. And I think hopefully how I coach and how I handle myself in a school building, that's how girls look at it. And they're like, oh, okay, like she can do this, I can do it. Also, though, there's tons of great male coaches that help females. It's just a dynamic that I do think girls need to have once in their life at least. We do team meals, and so we'll have parents that'll host us for a team meal before a lot of bigger games, and that's our space where we really try to develop our community and develop our team chemistry. They like to play like their other games or have like a dance off or other fun things during that time. And we do have one player though that is a really good chef and cooks one of the meals. So she's like wants to do that maybe full time later in life, but she does. We go to her house, and I actually let her go early from practice so she can get her. She preps it the night before, but then she goes ahead and cooks it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, those are some of the things through the season to kind of develop that. Our bus rides are really a fun space. They'll have a little music going on. They're gonna braid hair in their bus seats and stuff. And I enjoy away games because even just them talking on the bus to each other. And incoming high school freshmen, I think you got to get involved. And so every high school here that I know of in Georgia, I work at a private school. My mom works at a public school. I'm very familiar with all the high schools. There's ways to get involved. Even if you're not an athlete per se to join a team, all teams need managers, helping with water, helping maybe tape ankles if that's a space you desire, helping the team film the game. And then when you get involved like that, you start to have friends with the girls on the team. And, our managers, we try to, they get the team meals, they get the team gear, they travel with us. We want them to be part of the team. So if I'm a high school freshman, I'm trying to find somewhere to get involved. If it's not athletics, go into fine arts or a club, but that would be my advice to that freshman. Go find something and get involved. I met Tony one time when he brought the plaque up that he made of an article he decided to write about me. But I just really appreciate that Tony does seem to continue, he started a business to help promote athletes and coaches and things like that, but has continued that and has set to that mission of always trying to celebrate those people, right? Why did he want to write an article about me? That I guess I got some things to write about, but also like he does find, I think, special ways to celebrate people, and that's really nice because sometimes people don't always have that. So I would say thanks, Tony, for doing that and keep it up.